When the sensitivity of the nebulizer is not good enough, you should either adjust the nebulizer or replace it. Please make sure to do the safety checking every 1 month. Take this tool to absorb some air of alcohol and blow gently to this hole. That gives an alarm for a few seconds and then stop. This is for the alcohol detecting. In case the alarm doesn't sound or last forever, there is some technical problem. Please see to your technician service people. To install the software, put the software disk into the computer and open the file. Double-click on Setup. Click Next. Here you can input your username and company name, and then press Next. Choose where you want to install the software and click on Next. Tick Run Program and then press Finish. To use the AAS software to control A500, please make sure to switch on the computer first and then power on A500. Please confirm that the number 1 position in the lamp turret has a lamp inside, and then double-click on AAS software. Press OK. Normally we choose online mode to run the system. In case you want to take the record or the data of the testing, you can choose offline mode. Now we choose online mode and press OK. The system will integrate automatically. The initialization takes a few minutes. Now this initialization finished. It will show you how to set up the lamp. There are 8 positions in the lamp turret, so you can choose the element of its position by double-click on the position number. For example, we're gonna double-click on number 4. Because now in the lamp turret is a mercury lamp, so we click on mercury and press OK. Now the number 4 position has been changed to mercury lamp. For working lamp and warm-up lamp, you can choose as your application purpose. For example, we take a number 1 copper lamp as a working lamp. Then we choose number 1 position. We choose mercury as a warming up lamp. You can exchange the working lamp and warming up lamp position by clicking on Exchange. And now we press Next. This interface is to set parameters of the working lamp. For work lamp current and warm-up lamp current, we normally take the default value. Slit, most of the time we choose 0.4, but for different element, you can take a reference from our cookbook. Negative high voltage, again, you can keep the default value. Now we press Next. This interface will set up the wavelength. Normally we take the default value and search peak. It takes a few minutes to the system to search the peak. As we can see, the standard peak should be 325.75. The actual measured value is 324.35. The deviation is 0.4. In this case, we need to do wavelength validation. And click on Next. Finish. To do wavelength correction, make sure the mercury lamp is in the lamp current. Then here we press Application and choose Wavelength Correction. The system will automatically recognize the mercury lamp. We just press Start. This process takes 15 minutes to finish. When the wavelength correction is finished, it will show complete. Then we go back to lamp to search peak again. This time, the peak is at 324.75 nanometers. It's exactly the standard value. Hence, it is within 0.25 deviation.
Click Graphite Tube button in the software, and then remove the bracket. You could insert the graphite tube into the graphite furnace. Do not touch the graphite tube directly by your hand. It's recommended to use tweezers to put the tube into the furnace, and then push the bracket back and click OK button. The position will be located. There are two knobs could use to align the position of the graphite furnace, the white one and the metal one. The white one could use to align the position from front and back, and the metal one could align the height of the graphite furnace. From the software, you could check the energy of the instrument. You may align the position of the graphite furnace to get the highest energy. Above is the alignment procedure for the graphite tube.
Now the instrument is ready to use. Next is to set up sample. I simply press this button. In this interface, we have correction method, curve equation, concentration unit, standard name, and start ID. For flame analysis, we always use calibration curve. If we have samples with a high concentration, we normally use second or third equation. But most of the time, we choose the first equation of concentration about absorbance. For the concentration unit, you can choose at your choice. And here input the standard names and start ID. All finished, we press Next. This table shows the information about standard sample. We can add or reduce the number of standard samples by pressing increase or decrease. For the concentration, we can double-click and then input the concentration value manually. For example, we have 4 standard samples with concentration of 0 for number 1, 0.5 for number 2, 1 for number 3, and 2 for number 4. Then we press Next. To ensure the system works stably, you can choose to do blank correction or sensitivity correction. If you want to choose blank correction, you can just tick here and input the number of samples. and this will be same for the sensitivity correction choice.